Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? I have a question and I need some answers. Why did I slay my hair like this? I planned on doing my makeup and everything, like everything. But I feel so cute like this. Like, I do not do stuff like this to my hair, like styles and stuff. Like, I just don't. But I was like, let me step out of my comfort zone. Let's talk about the hair, okay? The hair in my head is from MAYVENN. I have a 13x4 24-inch HD lace wig, and I just did not know what to expect, but it came out so good. I think the length is okay. The density is, it's not super thick, very natural-like, but I like to say, like, if the hair gets a little thinner, then you should like cut it up a little bit more. That way the ratio, I feel like the shortness and then the thickness like goes along, but it looks better. But when you have longer hair and it's like a little thin, it doesn't give. I curled it with my T3 and it's holding a curl decently. I also did not spray it at all with no hairspray. Bleached it a little too long, but that is okay. That is okay. That is okay because we look like this, right? So, if you have not tried MAYVENN hair, you need to try you some. I should have a code that is linked in the description box, so use my code to save you some coin. Okay, anyways, let's get into the video. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to like the video and share. Let's get into the video. Okay, so we are getting started by putting on this nude wig cap. I am cutting the holes around my ears, but I'm cutting it further back so that when it stretches, it covers my hairline and it doesn't start to rip close to my hairline. So I cut it further back, and then I'm going to take this Ghost Bond and I'm just going to create a thin line of glue and make sure that it is very smoothed out, but just putting the glue on the perimeter of my hair and as close to the hairline as possible. I am making sure that it is smoothed out as best as possible. And that way the wig cap stays on my head very securely. I don't like to use Got2b spray because it doesn't hold enough for me. It slides and it just moves around too much. So try this trick if you have not already, but this is what I like to do. And then I'm going to blow dry it all the way clear and make sure that it is not white at all. So it looks like this, and that's how you know it is in place. And now I'm just going to take the remainder of the wig cap and start cutting into it. So I like this process in that if you feel like, you know, it's too far up, you can lift it up. Although it's stuck to your head, you can lift it back and cut into it if you'd like. But as you can see, the wig cap is now stuck to my head and it is not going anywhere. So I'm just gonna cut the rest of this off and do the next step. After that is off, I'm now gonna take this True Match powder foundation and I'm just going to neutralize this wig cap because it is very light and I just want it to look you know, just closer to my skin tone as best as possible. And then actually I'm gonna do the same thing within this wig. So this is already plucked and bleached. As you can see, I over bleached it a little bit, but I do put powder on the inside as well. And now I am just framing the wig, seeing how it is looking. I cut this into sections. I cut the lace into sections because I like to glue in sections. It just makes it easier to do like a couple flaps at a time or one flap at a time. So I did 2 layers of that, made sure it got nice and clear before laying it where I wanted it. And then I just blow dry it all down. So I did do all of those sections with 2 layers, and then I'm gonna take my band, tie it around, and let that stay probably for like 10-15 minutes. And then I'm gonna take each section by itself and start cutting this lace in a zigzag pattern. So you don't want to cut across because you'll get that straight hairline, but we wanna make it a little jagged so it can look very natural, or as natural as possible, but definitely don't just cut straight across because it'll look like something crazy, like a wig out of the hair store. So that's what we have so far, and then I'm going to continue to do each of those sections. And I find that doing this, it just makes the process like way easier. Like you can just take your time and you can just focus on one portion at a time. So after I laid it down, I was able to see I had some excess on the ear, and I cut around that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start to go ahead and lay the hair down. So I'm using my KiArrah wax stick along with my flat iron, or not my flat iron, my pressing comb. And as you can see, I got one side down, and then I'm gonna do the rest. This is important. Make sure you do this before styling your hair, otherwise it'll all look crazy. So next I'm gonna go in and take some baby hairs. So I'm gonna lay that down and then hot comb the rest back and out of the way, and just grab you know, as much hair as you want to make the hair get out of the way even more. I did spray it with some Gossipy just to like toughen up the hair and really get it out of the way. So do the same on both sides. Be careful with pressing, you know, using a pressing comb downwards because you can burn yourself. But after that, I'm going to go ahead and give me some little jagged, long kind of baby hairs. I do like medium baby hairs, I don't know. But to get them like curled the way you want, some people straight up use mousse. People use the curling iron, then the mousse, but I like to use a super small curling iron and gots to be spray. Like I don't really use mousse. It doesn't help me, and then I feel like it wettens the glue, the ghost bond that's underneath. I feel like the mousse just wets it up, and then it's like it just, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet with the mousse, but after curling it, like I said, I just take the gots to be spray and I start brushing the hair down with this little brush, and then I chase the hair with my finger to lay it down. So this is the technique that I'm using. It isn't perfect. It is not professional, but I think it turned out pretty decent. So I'm just gonna repeat this step with all of the baby hairs and show you guys what that's gonna look like on both ends. So after we got the baby hairs done, now it's time to style. So I did one section already, but I'm just gonna part a section where I want some bangs at, and then I'm going to clip that out of my way to make another longer section for the actual braid. So I part that section off, and then I just start to braid. So I struggled, really. I struggled because my nails are so long and I wanted these to be neat, but they ended up not having to just be super neat, just because of the style that I wanted, but I super struggled, which is why I did one part off camera. But this is essentially what I'm doing. 2 braids on each side with the longer bangs in the front. So I'm just going to continue to braid it down all the way to the end, and then I'm gonna put a rubber band around it so it does not look crazy. I'm gonna touch up the front. And then this part is, I think, what makes the style. So make sure you kind of pull your braid apart. It just makes it look like that little butterfly braid look, and it is so cute. So I'm just tugging the braid. And you can do this by not making your braid super tight in the first place when you braid it. So make sure it's a little bit loose so that you have room to tug at it. And then I'm just gonna curl the ends. I repeat it on the other side. And I thought this was so cute. I was so surprised with how it came out. And I'm using my T3 1.5-inch barrel curling iron. And then I'm gonna try to lay the hair down as best as I can in the back, and then just take a bobby pin to secure the braids together in the back. Now it is time to curl the rest of my hair, and I took my Chi Silk Infusion product, and you only need a teeny tiny dab. So I did that all throughout my hair, curled it all, curled the bangs, and yeah, this is how it's turning out. I loved it, super cute, pulling the braids even more. This is what it looks like in the back, and this is the final look. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.